This is how I DJ now. But 10 years ago, for my first gig ever, I was absolutely terrified. Everyone that came and saw me said that I was only looking down and looking so nervous. I was so afraid to look up, and I thought I was going to puke. If you're new here, my name is Just B, and I'm starting this YouTube channel as a creative challenge and also to share a little bit more about what I've learned in my 10 years of being a DJ. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to deal with nerves for your first ever gig, or your second gig, or your third gig. It's totally normal if you still feel nervous after your first few gigs. When you're super nervous, the last thing you probably want to hear is, it's not nerves, you're just excited, because it doesn't really help you be less nervous. It just means that you're stepping out of your comfort zone and that you care a lot about this and you don't want to mess up. Your body is full of adrenaline, it's in fight or flight mode, and it's totally normal to feel this way. Eminem famously wrote about performance anxiety in Lose Yourself. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom spaghetti. Every DJ, artist, or performer that you admire have been in your shoes at the very start of their journey. So it's totally normal to feel really nervous. But these moments create lifelong memories, and your future self will thank you for it. It's okay to prepare a set list from start to finish, but try not to overthink it too much, because more likely than not, it's not going to go according to plan. In my early days, I would plan out my entire set list from start to finish, including where I would transition in and transition out. But that was a bit stressful because I wanted to play everything perfectly and do all the transitions perfectly and mix exactly the way that I practiced at home. But in reality, when you're DJing at the club or at a party, you might make mistakes or miss the cue points that you set or completely blank out. Expect the unexpected. I think I want that to be a title. Expect the unexpected. One time, I was maybe halfway through my set and I played a track that someone really loved. And they came up behind me and they They reloaded the track out of excitement. And everybody was going crazy, like so excited. But it totally messed up my set because I had planned the set from start to finish, exactly A to B, A to B, and I didn't expect that at all. And so it threw me off completely and stressed me out. I was panicking, I didn't know what to do, and it ruined the rest of my set because I didn't know how to recover, and I really panicked at that moment. And I didn't expect someone to come up behind me and reload the track, even though they had the best intentions. So when you're practicing at home, obviously it's not going to be like a real life situation, but one way you can simulate that kind of environment and practice for unexpected events is by doing a run through of your set without stopping yourself. So if you make a mistake for one transition, just keep going and find creative solutions to transition into the next song. Don't stop the track and do that transition again, because in a real life situation, if you miss a transition cue point, you can't go back. If you're a new DJ, you're most likely going to be playing the opening slot, and you might be thinking about how to end your set so that the next DJ can take over smoothly. Since you never know what the next DJ might start off with, it's best to communicate with them and ask them directly what they plan on starting with. So some things you can do to mentally prepare yourself is to take long, deep breaths. This might sound obvious to you, but it's always very effective to calm yourself down immediately. Whether this is right before your set or whether you are sitting at home and thinking about the gig and stressing out, just take a deep breath, you'll be okay. Positive self-talk. This is something that I wish my younger self knew earlier. to talk to myself with love and kindness, and to counter the negative self-talk. It's okay to be realistic with yourself, but if you're overly critical, it hinders your progress rather than push you forward to where you need to be. If you're thinking, what if I mess this up? Counter it with, what if I nail it perfectly? If you're thinking, I'm going to mess up and embarrass myself, counter it with, this is literally the start of my journey, and everyone has to start somewhere. It's impossible to nail it on your first go, so don't put that unnecessary pressure on yourself. Accepting that mistakes will happen, and it's okay, because since you're most likely going to be playing the opening set, it's unlikely that there will be a lot of people there. So take this as a golden opportunity to practice at a real venue with a club setup. Also, people are not expecting perfection, and neither will they notice if you make a mistake. I still make mistakes even after 10 years, and as a beginner, it's really unfair to hold yourself to extremely high standards or comparing yourself to really established DJs and performers because they've got years of experience and practice, hence why they're so good. Over time, you will also learn how to save your mistakes. Remember, we are humans and not machines, and every mistake that you make is an opportunity for growth and improvement. And remember, by taking the leap and DJing in front of people, you are overcoming an incredibly challenging task. You are stepping out of your comfort zone, and you should be proud of yourself for even getting this far. Because even if it's your first gig, you have done a lot of preparation for it, and you have put in the time to practice. Every great DJ and performer started exactly where you are, including myself. So embrace the journey and have fun in the process, and one day you will look back on it and thank yourself for taking this huge leap. In the bigger picture, this is just one of many sets in your life, and every set that you do will be an improvement from the previous one. Even for me, I've been DJing for over 10 years and I'm still finding new ways to improve and challenge myself creatively. So take a deep breath, prepare what you can, and have the best time ever. Remember, you've got this. If you enjoyed this video, check out this one and please subscribe for more. Bye!